Hello everyone, Reggie Time here with another Sky Final table. It's getting bonkers now how many Sky Final tables that I am making. This is like my 9th of the year from probably less than 50 tournaments. That's not excluding a final table on GG and AAA as well. I've done really well in tournaments this year, bearing in mind I don't play very many. Really pleased with my record. We're coming here on a pretty short stack, just 17 big blinds, but we might be able to spin it, you never know. These are the payouts. We're currently cash for £27 and we've got 16 locked up in heads at the minute, so that's £43 to £11 buy-in, so we've just about 4x'd our start stack. And it's not that start stack, so it's about 4x'd our buy-in, which is decent enough. I guess when you play tournaments you want to much more than 4x your buy-in, but we've got a chance to spin it, so let's see what happens. I'm getting better at these bounty hunters. I'm kind of starting to understand more about stacking off a little bit wider versus big bounties, etc., or getting the money and not stacking off necessarily, but getting the money in a bit wider versus big bounties. Very unfortunate with like, there was 8 left and there was a guy to my direct right. He had literally one big blind and they moved him to the other table, which is a pisser because he had like a £13 bounty on him. But never mind, not much we can do about that. Bad time to be sitting out for Stevie T, I'm afraid, isn't it? Been sat out for a while now, around 10 minutes. I think he might have literally fell asleep, I'm not sure. He was timing out and then clicking back in, timing out, clicking back in, and then now he's just sit out completely. So maybe he's pissed and he's fell asleep. Who knows? No antis mean there's no like immediate rush. You've got like 9 minutes of this level of like 12 bigs, 13 bigs, so very much in just push or fold at the moment. We haven't got a stack we can open and fold off. What are we rooting for here? Do we even care? I'm not sure. Very close on the stacks. Oh. It's a ladder, it's a pair jump. So we now have a £6 pair jump there. It's a Big Mac meal tomorrow, isn't it? Large it with a shake. Happy days. Pair jump paid for lunch. I think we're going to go with the ace-8 here. Could be one of my shorter videos. But we're not going to be folding it. I mean, if he goes all in and he calls, we'd maybe fold it, but that would be about the only time we would. Sadly, we don't get to try and double our stack, which is unfortunate. I think I'd just taken the chance there. Yeah, we could try and outlast Stevie T, who's sat out, but for another £6 in pair jump, my ass. Does mean that the wife probably doesn't get a Big Mac meal with me tomorrow. If I don't get the extra pair jump, she'll maybe just have to have some cheese on toast or something while I go and get a Big Mac. But I'm the one that's been up all night, so I deserve the Big Mac. Does this deck just have like offsuit low cards for us? Is that how it's going? Give me a Queen Jack suited. And King 6 off. Wonderful. This call's pretty bad, by the way, because he was sat out before on the big blind and Cole just limped into him, and I think he checked flop, checked turn, then finally realised min bet river. He almost showed it down versus somebody who was sat out, which tells me that Cole probably is sitting there with a relatively empty head. Happy to see Eddie get knocked out. That'd be sweet. Come on, Scotty, do it. Looks like we're going to be playing for it all now. Almost certainly playing for it all now, aren't we? Eddie's bet 3 times also. Looks like Eddie's... what the fuck? I'm now on a rest break, so I'm going to pause it and then you guys will get straight back into it. They're sitting out big blind. I'm going to jam the Jack 10 here. Whoops. Time to get lucky. Oops, we need to get really lucky. King. Jack. That'll do. US has a fighting chance at least with that lucky double up. 3x no antes. I'm just not going to defend the King 7. Maybe I should, I'm not sure. And it will be 3-bet jamming the King Queen if we get the chance. Deuce 3. Maybe we've reached peak shit cards now and we're going to start bouncing back up towards getting some good ones. Nope. Well, it's an improvement. It is something of an improvement. Scott is clearly being a little bit fruity here. We'll be looking for spots to pile it in on Scotty when he opens. 10-6 won't be the one to do it with. Here we go. Guess we're waiting for a club or a jack. Nope. So they just effectively switch stacks, which is not much use to us. 10-4. So we're 3 deuce, 3-5, 10-4. We're getting there. We are getting there. Not going to barrel that turn. We're still ahead of some things, not very many, but I guess you can peel with some slightly worse hands from time to time versus such a small bet. And now we just have an easy call. I'll probably lose to Queen X, will be my guess. Wow! Didn't 3-bet pre and got 1 big blind in post flop. Did they say Cole was maybe working with an empty head? I think that's just been demonstrated. King Queen will be, well, we won't be jamming over Scottish Open. I was contemplating leading there, but Cole's just so passive. Don't think he's going to be folding anything better. Pick up a pretty shit gut shot. No, we haven't picked up a gut shot. The gut shot's on the fucking board, isn't he? Thick cunt. Let it go on the turn. One more double up and I feel like we're right in it. Our stack has now just been reduced to 15 big blinds again, so we're back in all in all fold mode pre-flop. And we're still managing to get cards that don't add up to more than 9. And just know Cole's going to be the one that knocks us out, isn't he? Really easy jam with the ace here. Oh, pink the 4 on the river. Running good. I think his call's probably okay there. Probably would have been better just jamming on me, not giving me the opportunity to 3-bet him with ace 4, although probably would have called anyway. We've got 30 bigs, no antes, and decent levels, 10-minute levels, 5-handed on Sky. You're going to get plenty of hands per level. Going to be a free for all for his 14 big, for his £14 when he's all in, isn't there? He's going to be all in his blind. We need to be aware of that when that's going to be happening. We need to try and see a flop. That's a bounty that's definitely worth punting for. Poor Stevie fell asleep, blinded. He had a good stack as well at one point. Literally blinded like 30k in chips off. Just going to give up here. It's really not a particularly good board for bluffing on once he goes into check call mode. Bollocks. We need to remember to play the next hand. Scotty's going to get first stab at him. Hopefully we've got something that's playable. Every chance Eddie's way out of line here. But he wasn't. He gets there. Stevie T gets there. Don't think Scotty can have anything with just over limps. Call who knows. But there was 3.5 big blinds just lying out there, and we had a hand that doesn't play that well post flop multi-way unless it flops a set, so happy to just jam it. Could be shit, who knows. Like 30 big blind game or less than 30 big blind game certainly wouldn't be anything to write home about. Scotty's got the best seat at the table. He's got a small blind that's never stealing because he's not there, and call on the button. I'm not sure how much of this 3xing without antis, you know. Not sure it's particularly good. To be aware again, Steve is going to be all in his next big blind. Scotty's got a bluff. I don't think it's going to work. And a put a bluff by Scotty there. Once call check calls a turn, he's probably no rivers it is folding on. We're going to need a 10 or a king. Deuce 5. Never mind. If I knew it was that wide, obviously we would have 3-bet pre, we would have barreled turns, etc, etc. Queen Jack suited I was looking for. Club isn't ideal, but I don't think there's too many versions of me that's going to fold here. Just going to fold. Eddie's just been too honest, hasn't he, I think. Do we really want to stack off? Do we really end my tournament just like calling it off with top pair on that board? Don't think I do. Probably should have raised that one and just played exploitably. And give him like limp our strong stuff, limp our weak stuff, raise our strong stuff. Hope he's got a 3 here and not a 10. Now we're going to kind of like raise our strong stuff versus Eddie now, blind versus blind, and just limp our weaker stuff. We'll probably get away with that. Really would like to take Scottish Bounty. That would be nice. We need to get a bigger stack than the fucker first, of course, but blinds just lifted again, so we're back down to under 20 bigs. We have the short stack though, which means we have the least to lose and the most to gain. And we'll see you with the river, Scotty. We've got Scotty covered now. For the time being, at least, anyway. Pretty much anyone's game, isn't it? Not more than like 4 blinds separated, 5 blinds separating first and last. And backdoor everything here, but we're against Col, who's pretty docile, so we're not going to try and do anything with it. Seems pretty passive. I think he's probably just playing his hands close to face up. Maybe that'll change. Maybe he'll start realising, oh hang on, these guys are folding a lot. Every chance he might adjust mid-game, seems unlikely, but can happen. When we started this tournament, I've not even checked. 90 started. It looks like we have an all-in, do we? No, we don't. Thought we had an all-in. 90 started, so it's another nice deep run. I'm going to finish at least 4th of 90. To go with our whatever it was in the week, our 5th or whatever, 4th, 5th, 6th, whatever it was. 150 something. Do 6. It's not going to win as a bounty, is it? Winning bounties, we do 6 Sky. It's a sweet bounty as well, isn't it? 25 quid. 2.5 times the buy-in. $9.48 when you know bounties either. Ace King might win as a bounty. Not from Scotty though, it seems. Not from anybody. Scotty all of a sudden's doing the Stevie T. Action with Colt and Eddie. Guess we're rooting for Eddie. Another pay jump if Eddie wins. Although he will have an overwhelming chip lead. I don't mind that. I'd be happily taking Eddie on with a 3-1 chip deficit. Heads up if we can get to that stage. Offer me that and I would take it. We're starting to put a little bit of distance between ourselves and the guys in 3rd and 4th right now. Is that 3 or 4 pots in a row we've won? Is what I think of that flop. Not the flop you want with the Ace-7 offsuit. Scotty's back. Scotty is back. But the sit-out certainly damaged him. And he's gone again. Not the best of comebacks, that, Scotty. A little bit like a David Hay type comeback, that. Oh no, calls away. Fuck me, we might win this by default if we keep going. Come on, Eddie, you fall asleep too. Two people away out of 4 at a final table. That's just weird. Eddie should just fucking be jamming everything versus... Oh no, calls back. And just puts her under all kinds of pressure, given there's people sitting out left and right. Played tougher final tables, can't lie about that. Calls in business, unlike Scotty earlier. I understand not to bluff call. Just call, not just jam there. Sat there on his whatever fucking stack it is he's got. Not jamming. Jamming here. This theoretically could be an ICM mistake if it was like a super high stakes tournament or whatever. 3-bet shoving into the chip leader when you've got quite a cushion on the others, but since it's a fucking small buy-in tournament with tiny pay jumps, I'm not going to give a flying fuck about that. Or I could just have been talking complete bollocks again. Who knows? Good luck, Eddie, I guess. An SPR of like 2, so... Well, I was about to say there's a reasonable chance all the money's going to go in at some point, but maybe not. Annoyingly, cold chips up a little bit more again. This might be the most passive, nitty final table I've ever played at. I mean, they've just allowed us to basically steal my way from like 35, doubled up through just pretty much stealing. And stealing is not a big part of my game, let's have it right, I'm a fucking nit. But we've just gone from like 3rd to 1st place without ever really having to do anything. now getting ready for the big fight over Scotty. Scotty's going to divide the tournament, isn't he? If everyone plays correctly, and like he's willing to gamble for such a big bounty. I think I'm in race with it on there, Col. I don't think we needed the all-in button, buddy. So Scotty's got 1.5 rounds of the table left. We just keep getting walks, which is just fine by me. Scotty's back. It looks like we're in prime position to take his bounty. Oh, 9. That's a sweet bounty to take. That is a fucking sweet bounty. Came back just to wrap it in with whatever it was he had. Get lucky. That's not getting lucky, is it? Half pot C bet we have bottom pair and a backdoor flush draw. Guess I have to peel one. Didn't like it. I don't think Eddie's that strong here when he downsizes on the turn. I just don't think Eddie has a king. If he calls me with a 10, then more power to him. He doesn't. Happy days. All of a sudden we have some breathing space. So we've now cashed for £49. We've got 35 in heads too. So we've got like £85 back from this tournament so far. Hopefully a bit more to come. Bollocks wasn't typing. Just got it in time. Doesn't matter anyway because he just folds. I'm disappointed if we don't take first from here against these two guys who aren't exactly putting up too much of a fight. So we've now got 79 locked up. Good luck us. No king, no diamond, and we take it down. Happy days. Get a screenshot of that. Very nice. So we've just managed to take down £182 for our £11 buy-in, which is a nice way to end my Saturday. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed it. I know I certainly did. Take care, and hopefully we're back with another final table video soon. Bye bye for now.